Hey guys, I'm Rival, 8-year Grandmaster Riven One Trick, and today I'm going to be doing a Riven skin tier list, as I've seen a few people in my comments ask me about the opinion of Riven skins. I have 4 million mastery points on this champion, so I feel like I've played enough of the skins to be able to give you guys the ins and outs if you're considering buying some of them. And I really feel like Riven, maybe more than other champions, is affected by her skins quite heavily because of the amount of animation cancel that she has. So the responsiveness, smoothness, and feedback the skin gives the player can actually allow you or disallow you to play the game optimally. I'm going to start at the S tier because everything else is boring and you guys probably want to know what my favorites are, but feel free to watch the rest of the video, obviously. This goes without saying, you guys have seen it in all my videos, Dawnbringer Riven is going in the S tier. I can't fault this skin. I think they did an incredible job and I couldn't ask them for a better animation rework than they did on the Dawnbringer skin. Obviously this skin's animations are separate to every other Riven skin, and I just couldn't, I feel like this skin is perfect in the way it makes Riven feel while still maintaining her base theme. So her animations are still the same, if that makes sense, but they have just been updated, and I just feel like they did a great job without actually breaking the champion. A lot of people can't play this skin, which I totally understand, but once I got used to it, this is basically the only skin that I use. I love the way that the skin looks, the sweeping auto attack animation, and the chroma as well. I really like the chroma. So that goes in my favorite Riven skin. Kind of equally, but for different reasons. We have Championship Riven OG, so this skin is probably my favorite skin out of out of League, just in general. The way it looks, the black and blue theme, and the unaltered pointy sword is very nice to use. The splash art I absolutely love, and I feel like they nailed this skin from when they released it in 2012. So this one is my favorite looking skin. Dawnbringer is my favorite to use. The rarity as well also gives us a few points, so this is probably one of the least owned skins in the entirety of League, so I'm very blessed to own this skin. Going on to the A tier, we have Battle Bunny Riven. This skin is just... I feel like they nailed this skin when they released it. It's an older skin. It was actually voted in by the community. I love the way that this skin feels, the way that this skin looks. I don't like the unaltered sword as much as I like Championship Riven, but I like the altered sword more. And I feel like they really did a great job with the chromas, especially because the chromas were an earlier release. The chroma as well, for people who didn't know, has a different face than the base Battle Bunny Riven. I'll put a link to the video I've done about this topic on the screen right now, so you guys can go check that out if you're not sure what I'm talking about. But yeah, absolutely love this skin. We'll continue to use it for time to come. I also prefer it more to the Battle Bunny Prime Riven skin that's coming out soon. Definitely recommend picking this skin up. It's still bought even in 2022, despite being released like almost 10 years ago now. So that's my reasoning for putting Battle Bunny so high. Next we have Dragon Blade Riven. I saw the Shy play this skin and I knew I had to get it after I saw the plays that he was making with this skin. I have loved this skin for a really, really long time. I love the color of it. I love the splash art. The theme itself is amazing. Riven's base model in this is quite short, so she feels quite fast, and the sword as well has a very short blade, so the skin feels quite fast and responsive. I only don't like the fiery kind of particle sounds that it makes, so it sounds a bit whiffy and like a little bit weak. But either way, I've loved this skin for a really, really long time. I don't really like the chroma. I think they could have done a better job with the chroma, but either way, luckily enough to own both. Going on to the B tier, we have Valiant Sword Riven and Prestige Valiant Sword Riven. So rating Valiant Sword Riven a bit higher than Prestige because I like the colors better. I feel like the actual base of this skin is much nicer and they kind of nailed the theme. Obviously with Prestige, they just kind of copy and paste it. So that's why Prestige loses a few points, but sort of makes up for it because of how rare it is. I also kind of like the cloak that Prestige has, but for both skins, I don't like how the unaltered sword isn't broken. It doesn't fit in with Riven's theme. The actual auto attack animation sound as well sounds like you're hitting the enemy with a stack of wire, which I don't like. It sounds very whiffy and very weak, and the gong noise the third Q makes is quite annoying to play around as well, to be honest. Anyway, equal tier. Actually, I'm probably going to rate Sentinel like 1 point above Spirit Blossom here. I feel like Sentinel has great animations, great sound design. I don't like the way that the base model looks, and I also feel like they could have done a better job just in general with this. I feel like for how long it was between Riven's releases, they could have done a better job with this skin. But either way, I use it sometimes. I also think they did a great job with the chromas. Spirit Blossom, kind of the same as Sentinel, but I really hate the way the altered sword looks. My favorite thing about this skin is the splash art's very nice, and the W ability with the Susanoo coming out the top of Riven, I think that's really, really cool. I know this is like pretty much the community's favorite Riven skin though. I think they did a poll on it and Spirit Blossom was the one that came out on top. So for non-Riven players, they all really like Spirit Blossom, but for me, it gets a B tier. The back of B tier anyway. Following it up, we have, actually I'm gonna go Redeemed, and then Default, and then Championship 2016. All three of these skins share the same animation. The only reason I put Redeemed ahead is because I quite like the splash art. The short, unaltered base sword as well is very nice to use and it feels very responsive. Default, same reason as redeemed, except the base sword is a fair bit thicker, which can make the skin feel a little bit heavy. Love the base art of this though. I feel like they did a great job for how old this skin is, but the actual model itself in game needs an update. And I actually would love if they added an update for Redeem Riven and added a toggle hood the same as they have for Night Hunter Rengar. I think that'd be such a cool addition and would probably encourage more sales of this skin. But either way, I still really like both of these skins and have used them both plenty. Championship Riven 2016, I don't really ever have a reason to use it over 2012. That's why it's so low. I also, as a 2012 owner, I'm kind of like a little bit of an elitist, but I also understand if you can only get your hands on the 2016 one and you like the way that the skin looks, by all means go and buy it. It's not your fault that you didn't start playing the game that early. I just have no reason to use it over the 2012 one. That's why I rank it a little bit low, but in essence, it feels pretty much the same. It looks slightly different, but you can still get away with it for sure. Going on to the mech tier, I'm going to be putting Crimson Elite. This skin is the exact same as Redeemed Riven. It got released at the same time. The sword and base model and everything looks exactly the same. It's just, it doesn't look good. I don't like the way that it looks. I feel like it's a really weird theme. They haven't done anything else for Crimson Elite in a really long time. I just don't really understand this skin. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with me. It's probably Riven's ugliest skin. That's why it gets so low, but it still feels nice to play. So we're going to be putting it in the C tier. And then lastly, in the unplayable, I can't use these skins just because of how they feel. They both feel very soft and very weak. In theory, Pulsefire should feel a lot nicer than it does, but there's just so many things I don't like about the skin. The chroma as well is a bit of a letdown in this like weird reddy blue kind of theme that they had. But I love the splash art. The splash art's my favorite thing about it, but yeah, just can't get used to the auto attack animation and the sound. I know Adrian Riven actually loved this skin though. It's probably one of his favorites. So it's just kind of a subjective thing. If you really like this skin, then by all means, it's just my opinion. And then lastly, in unplayable, we have Arcade Riven. The only thing I like about this skin is the chroma. I feel like they did a great job with the chroma. The chroma is probably one of my favorites out of any Riven chroma that they have. But the skin as well, I just actually can't get used to playing it. The auto attack animation sounds like a gummy bear. I literally can't play this skin. I don't know what it is about it. I'll play this skin like once every 400 games and then I'll realize why I don't play it after the game and I just put it away back in the bin. So yeah, that's my Riven skin tier list. Long and short of the story is if you have to choose one, I'd probably choose between Dawnbringer, Championship, Battle Bunny, or probably even one of the more updated skins like Sentinel or Spirit Blossom. But I feel like you should get a hold of a PvE account or play it on a friend's account before you make your decision. Or just put a lot of time into one skin. I still play Dawnbringer and never get bored of it every single game, so a lot of the other skins I get bored of, which is probably more the reason I own all of them. I will still be buying Battle Bunny Prime, even though I don't really like the way. If you guys want to watch a review on that skin as well, I'll also link that video and put it on the screen right now, so you can go check those skins out. But I'd love to know your guys' opinion on the rest of the Riven skins. Leave some feedback in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.